All right, time to get this show on the road. I've got lots of, I think I got some stainless steel there. I got lots of aluminum. Got some nice copper. I might even get some more copper pretty soon. I was handling a couple of nice chunks of copper yesterday, but I'm gonna wait to ask to see if they still need it. Thunder. Okay, tailgate is in upright position. And I'll see if I can get out of here without hitting my top of my mast. And poor Buck, I gotta fix that truck for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice tribute truck. When my uncle will be proud of it whenever I do get it done. Someday, guys. Man, there's a big hole here. Where the hell did that hole come from? It's like, really? I think I just lost like 3 feet of height there. Holy jeez. Yeah, so I'm gonna let this truck kind of blow out a bit. It is nasty. Oh, there's Marley. Technically, she's my dog now. The second she jumps in the truck with either my dad or myself, they lose their dog. Like, and it's not going to be on purpose. Like, she comes over every night exactly at supper time. You could try to stagger the time. She'll find it. She'll find it. That dog, I bet you if you let her eat, she'd explode. Yeah, she comes in, she's like a Rumba vacuum cleaner. She's a cute little dog. Smart little thing too. Like, you play fetch with her and all that. I haven't got her to do the stop and roll yet, but I can get her to do the paw and stuff like that. And, you know, it annoys her to do it, so you know she's smart enough that she knows what she's being asked. Yeah, because she's part border collie though. She's Malamute. She's got one brown eye, one like blue eye. So, yeah, it's a cute little dog. Yeah. Con artist and a half though. Like, anything you're having there, man, you pay the dog tax. It's not even my dog, and I gotta pay the dog tax, you know. But I like dogs. Dogs are the best people ever. Yeah. If the whole world was like dogs, with the exception of the butt smelling, I think that would be pretty cool. You know, it'd be a pretty happy world, I think. In fact, I bet you didn't know why dogs smell each other's butts. I can tell you. Ah, so much glare in the window, I couldn't tell who that was. Oh, I know who that is now. Once upon a time, there was a big, gigantic world dog convention. It was the biggest dog convention in the world, but the only thing is, because they didn't want dirty arses in there, and what they did was they said all the dogs had to hang their butts up before they came in. So all the dogs went in, and everything was going good, but then a fire broke out, and all the dogs had to leave in like a massive hurry, and they just grabbed any old dog butt they could, and they threw it on, and they ran out. So now what they're doing is trying to find their own butt. That's why it's science, guys. Yeah, the dog butt story. Yeah, I remember the first time I heard that. Actually, I was talking to the guy that told me that there. I haven't seen him in a couple of years there. He was talking to him at the fish fry. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so I got a whole bunch of new zipper line. I got that big honking, big orange bastard in the back. I think I'm gonna call him Tree Kong because it's funny. I don't know, big orange bastard or Tree Kong. I don't know. I like Tree Kong. You know, so I got Mr. Jimmy. I've got let's see now. Let's recap. I've got Mini Beast sitting tucked in behind like a troll in behind the seat. I've got Ninja Shark. I've got Sasquatch. I've got Old Friend. I haven't named the 235 Husky. And my dad tried it for the first time yesterday, and he was kind of upset. Not upset, but he was like, it didn't idle, so I just gave up on it. I told him, like, the idle needs to be adjusted, the low speed. And now I got this big beast here. If you haven't figured out, it is a Husky. So I am a still guy, but I don't care. Like a big saw like that, that's gonna come in handy. Like, I've already there's already trees with their names on it, with its names on it, you know, that are about to be killed by this thing. The deal is, though, I only get to use it for a week to try it out, and then we'll kind of, well, it's not really negotiate the price. It's kind of like, here's what we want for it, here's how long you're gonna have to work. So they want 500 bucks for this thing, which is about 1/3 the price of the equivalent saw now. They don't make this model anymore. They made this model between 94 and 97, but it's quite legendary. It's quite legendary. It's a big saw, and hence why I call it Big Orange Bastard, or, you know, Tree Kong. Like these big pines that you see here, that'll be nothing for it. I guess I shouldn't. I should stay in my own lane when there's a big rig coming the other way. Question mark. He'll swerve. Yeah, he'll swerve. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we both die. I don't know. Yeah. So today is grass cutting day. I'm gonna put another payment a little earlier than I was ready for, but I had to take from my rent money to do this. But my buddy's going away for the weekend, and he was like, "Do you have any more for the money for the trailer? Because that'd help me out for the weekend." I said, "Yeah, okay, no problem." So like, I was going to give him money in about 3 days time, the next 3 days of work anyway. So what I'm going to do is just give it to him today, and because I still got like, I'm still trying to come up with my rent money, right? So. But the sooner I get that trailer paid off, the easier life is going to get for me. You know, like $1,800 is not a lot of money for most people, but it's a lot of money for me. You know, like, well, it all depends on the time frame you have to pay it off in, right? Like right now I'm on month, we'll say this will be like 2 months since I got the trailer, right? So I've already put 900 out of the 1,800 on it. That's a big hit in 1 month for most people. You know what I mean? Most people, like, I hate it when I hear average incomes, because they're like, you know, average income is like, you know, $250,000. I don't know few fucking people that make $250,000 a year. Yeah, the only ones that make that are like government workers and the odd business owner and specialty, you know, contracts and stuff like that. And, you know, like, you know, extreme skilled labor. That's the only people that make that money. The majority, the other 90% of people, you're lucky if they make 20 to 30 grand a year. Like, that is the average income. I don't care what they say. That is the average income. Because, you know, like, a guy like me, if I make 20 grand a year, I'm doing good. You know, I normally don't make quite that much. You know, so I don't, that's why I live in a basement. You know what I mean? That's why I don't own a house. That's why I don't have a brand new vehicle, is I don't make that much, right? There's no way to afford that stuff, you know, on the income I make. So I have to be very smart about my money, right? And that's why I talk about it so often, because I know I'm not the only one, you know. So a guy who makes as little as I do, you know, and again, and up in these parts, you know, like, there's not a lot of employment up here. You really have to employ yourself somehow, right? You have to wear a lot of hats. So adding tools to the job, you know, I've added 4 chainsaws, or about to add my 4th chainsaw to the roster, and I'll have 6 in total once I get the other 2 fixed. And the rest of the chainsaws are my dad's, so yeah. So the thing about that is, you know, the more equipment I can get, even if it's shabby now, it just extends my season, which means I make more money. That a little CRV? Haha, Unico. Oh no, that's a Subaru. I saw a little CRV the other day, same as Unico. You guys remember my beloved little CRV? Seen one, it was the same generation too. Not an ounce of rust on it. I'm like, how the fuck is that thing still running? Like, it must have, like, I had around 500,000 kilometers on mine. I laugh when I say that. But yeah, it was just, yeah, bizarre. But yeah, so that's kind of like how the cookie crumbles for me. So when people give me like free stuff, like old zipper line, like, I mean, that's going to get used in like this year probably. Well, halfway through August. It'll give me a good start in the spring anyway. So it's just one expense I don't have to buy. And I mean, I've had a whole bunch of people give me zipper line this year. My neighbor Ricky, he gave me that black zipper line stuff that's so good, but I'm starting to run low on that, and he gave me a lot of it. So, you know, I've done a lot of masquering with that whippersnipper, you know what I mean, the past, you know, 2 months that I've owned it, 2.5 months or whatever it is that I owned it. And you know, I'll be using the new whippersnipper again today for the 4th time, so it'll probably pay for itself another 2 times. You know, like again, when you get that kind of return on investment, that's what gets you to your new stuff, right? But it takes time. It takes time for sure. Anyway, there we go.